I've tried to shoot on digital for I would say a couple of years. It was an interesting experience. I mean, I still do digital if the project requires, or there's something specifically that I need to shoot commercially. But the technique that is still closer to me and represent my taste in things, it's film. I mean, when you're shooting film, it's not only that the output or like the result is closer to human eye. On film, you're shooting on grains, like physical grains, silver grains, while on digital, you're shooting on digital pixel. So by default, for a human eye, looking at physical things is easier, So that's why you can, let's say, create more or like a quicker connection with any film photo compared to a digital photo. I would say the first challenge was to educate, like especially the younger generation, about what we do and why do we do it, and why they would be interested in trying it out. So I feel like the education curve is where we spend so much time and we put a lot of effort to get to a stage where people can actually come to a space, not necessarily to only buy, but to learn about things and have one place that connect them with photography. I mean, it's like also the stigma of how film photography is something that old people only do. I think this has been a challenge. I think like the tone of voice that we start using is what attracted the younger crowd, or like to experience this kind of photography. And when we talk generally about this region, I would say the second-hand culture is not as strong as well when we compare it to US and Europe and even in Asia. Again, the education part of like how we love to call them pre-loved items are accepted in all industries, either like clothing or cameras or any like even music related stuff. I feel like it was not as easy for people to accept this culture in here as well, and it has been one of the challenges we had initially, but look at everybody now is doing vintage and thrift shops are usually the best. That's where you find the best stuff, in my opinion. I mean, like it's more, of course, like environment friendly and all, and like we don't actually need to make new clothes while we have this much of clothes already. I think late 2020, that's when I met with Tawfiq and we started working with Digit. Yeah, we saw that the mentality basically aligned perfectly for both crowds, and that's when we started to do things together. If I can know anything about this piece or like who owned it before is even more interesting, I mean, I love football jerseys, for example, and when I see a football jersey with another person's name on it, like, it was owned by this person, like for me, this is very interesting, Yeah, I mean, me too. Wherever I go, I try to go to it. Yes, that's where you find the best stuff. I have a couple of mine. This is the first one here for Muhammad Ali, and yes, of Muhammad Ali. It's shot by Neil Leifer. He's an American-Italian old photographer. I'm talking about this particular one that he shot from the top of the arena while Muhammad Ali was winning. And you can actually see him on the picture. The technique behind the picture itself is very interesting because he extended a cable for, I don't know, for like 40, 50 meters. My favorite format to shoot right now is, I would say, medium format, and like I like the ratio of a rectangle, like 6x7, and this is one of my favorite cameras ever to shoot. Is a Bronica GS1, and it shoots 6x7 format, so every frame is 6x7, and it has a very interesting character. The lenses have very interesting character, and I really like to shoot black and white on this. I mean, yeah, there are There are things that should never change, in my opinion, and I feel like film photography is one of them. So film is not dead, it was never dead, and it will never die.